Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very late night stepping stone. I have not done a video like this so late at night before. But, actually, I already made a video today. And typically, that's where I draw the line. I'm usually like, alright, one a day, that's already too much content. I have so much fear, so much scare about, I can't upload so much, people are gonna this, people are gonna that. And funny enough, it ties exactly into the topic of today, which is actually hurt. You might be like, Mr. Stone, that's a little strange. How does fear have to do with hurt? I don't know if anyone's actually asking that. But let me explain. So, something that I struggled with for such a long time is all of these fears: fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of criticism. But what I've realized is that actually all of these really come down to a core emotion being hurt. I have all these fears internalized and conditioned, and all these social traumas are really, it's basically all from hurt. And, I have a friend who recently used the phrase hurt people hurt people. You get it? It's kind of cool. I kind of like it. And, it's funny because it's something that I've realized for a very long time in my life. There was a time in high school where I basically started kind of socio-analyzing human behavior and social groups and bullies and stuff. And I actually feel like I realized really early on that hurt people do indeed hurt people. Like when it came to these individuals' home life, there was always some instability, some terrible situation, losing a family member or abusive parents or shit like that. And I feel like I started this habit. I really enjoyed analyzing and all this, but I kind of started this habit. It was almost like a coping mechanism where in order to lessen and minimize or invalidate my own hurt, or just make it a little softer and easier to accept, I feel like I began to try to understand other people and, understand that that's why they hurt other people, because they were hurt themselves. And basically, I guess, in my understanding now, it's basically like trauma. And I'm someone who has experienced a lot of trauma, a lot of social trauma in particular. From elementary school, I was highly bullied. Middle school, somewhat as well. High school was kind of chill. But I just feel that I've been hurt through basically my entire life. And it's something that I've thought about for such a long time, and I've been trying to process and understand and work through and all these things. And really, my rock bottom was 4 years ago, almost exactly 4 years and a month, when I was basically in the worst state of my life. I got out of a painful relationship where they fell out of love with me, and I was still very deeply in love, and that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. I was a complete mess, and I just felt horrible. I just completely lost myself and all these things. But I won't get too into that. The point of the matter is, I feel like I've realized that throughout my life, I've just been hurt so many times. A lot of them small, smaller events. Some of them big, but mostly small events. And really what's really fucked me is that I didn't really know how to process my emotions, how to accept my emotions. Partially that's from my household and my parents and the dynamics at home, and partially it's society. I feel like I still feel like there's a lot of stigma around men and healthy masculinity, and people crying or men crying and all this shit. And Honestly, I feel like so many of the world's problems actually just come down to like trauma. But yeah, I've basically just realized that I guess there's so much more hurt and pain than I ever realized. Like for the past like 4 years, the past 2 years in particular, I've been trying to work through stuff and focusing on my own well being and my own health and processing shit, doing therapy, all these things. And I think what I often fail to recognize is just how much hurt there is or was, There is still. One of my favorite humans, honestly, is Dr. K, YouTuber, healthygamer.gg. And he talks about this idea of like, we have like, I think he calls it like samskars or something. It's like I don't know, some term, Indian term. Oh man, some Indian language, Hindu maybe, but it's this concept of like basically like emotional baggage. Like we carry things with us from the past, and they affect how we like interpret things. And I think I've gotten extremely good because of how analytical and observational and introspective I am. I've gotten extremely good at recognizing the patterns, recognizing the origins of my hurt, and understanding like the narrative and where the narratives come from and where all the voices and the noise and the demon talk in my head comes from. I've gotten extremely good at it. But I think what I fail to recognize and accept has been actually accepting the hurt and accepting that I've been hurt. And I think a lot of times I've felt like shame or guilt, or I've felt pressure to like heal and like heal faster and like heal more urgently and like not allow myself to be controlled by fear and by all these things. But really at the core of it all, I feel is feelings that never got processed. And when feelings aren't processed, they don't go anywhere. They stay within. And for almost my whole life, I mean, up until like, I guess, post high school, even into college, I just didn't really know that or live by that. I just suppressed and bottled things up. And I guess today has been one of those days where I kind of get another wake up call and I realize, like, man, like, I've been hurt, man. And yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of processing today and I feel much better. Crying is great, crying is helpful. I think I don't know, maybe now most people in my generation recognize that. I'm still not really sure. But it's just, yeah, it's something that still is really hard for me. And I feel like that's okay. Wherever I'm at is okay. And it's okay that I got hurt. It's okay that I'm still not over it. I think, there's like frustration, like, oh my gosh, like I still am carrying these things. I still am bothered by all these things. And, I've improved my awareness and that helps. With awareness, it slowly evaporates and deteriorates those automatic responses and automatic behaviors and thoughts and feelings. But I think the thing about it is once you peel that away, what you have to deal with is the emotion, and it sucks. It sucks. It's unpleasant. It hurts. It feels uncomfortable, I think, for many of us. But it's necessary, and it's healthy, and it helps. And it very much helped me today. And I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to ramble about that. I think now I have much better awareness and much better boundaries, and I know how to not get hurt. But yeah, I think it's just been a really hard journey in still accepting and processing the hurt that lingers. But anyways, I think that was basically it. I think these videos are extremely helpful for me, and I feel like I still get caught up in the fear of failure and thinking that I need to like upload less often and talk for less long and all this shit, man. But I think now that I've cried out a lot of that shit, I feel like I'm more purified. I feel more clarity. And I feel like I'm going to just continue to be more in tune with what I really want. And what I really want is to be able to post shit whenever I want. That's really what I want. I just want to be able to post things that I actually and genuinely want to create and share and talk about or whatever it is. And I want to share it. I don't want to worry about success. I'm so fucking tired of success and my perfectionism and fear and all this shit, man. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, expect to see a lot more of me. And if you're new here, what's up? Yeah. This felt great. I'm glad I did it. And even if no one watches this is super helpful for me. And I hope it's super helpful for someone out there too. Alright. It's like 1 a.m., so let me get some sleep. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Peace.